Then,
Yes.
so then also the Eagles could win the NFC East if with 2 wins, and the Cowboy with 2 losses on the conference.
On the conference victories, they would have the same division record, but they would win on conference victories. Boys, conference victories 8. Eagles conference victories 9.
Yeah.
So
So
that could be big news.
that's not going to be, yeah, that probably won't happen because that's four games need to go in the right way for the Eagles to clinch that. But let's see what else could happen. So the Eagles. So if the Eagles are the wild card at 10-6, that would beat out either the Falcons or Panthers for the 5th seed. So if the Panthers lose and the Eagles win one, Eagles would get in on conference wins.
Conference
So,
wins.
Yeah. So that would be the tiebreaker.
So
that
Eagles.
would put the Eagles over the edge. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if the Redskins go 9-7, they would actually have the advantage over a 9-7 Eagles. They could be tied with, if the Eagles are tied with the with the Redskins, Panthers, and Seahawks at 9-7. Eagles would eliminate the Redskins first in a tiebreaker because they'd be ranked above them in the division on divisional record, even though they split the head-to-head.
Which
And
would be
then
the
they would beat
tiebreaker, to clarify.
They would beat the Panthers on head-to-head in the next tiebreaker after you eliminate teams in the same division, because they just beat them head-to-head. And the Seahawks can't make it at 9-7. I think they also lost. They didn't have, or they had just a shitty conference record. They were like 5-5. So
Yeah.
the Seahawks look like they're alive. They're not really alive. Then one more bit of NFC juicy information. So eyes are pretty much secure to bye. The Cowboys and the Niners could get a bye.
That's
The
Orlo.
Falcons
That's
cannot
Orlo,
get a.
guys.
That's me.
Orlo's
That's me.
Niners.
Falcons
And my brother.
cannot get a bye because they lost to me head to head, so they would be eliminated even if they had a good enough record for a bye in the end. They went 11-5, so they're not in it. Then Cowboys and Niners have not played each other. I would need RJ to catch a loss to get a bye because what it would come down to would be common victories, and we're going to see a lot of that in the AFC because the AFC is very close. But basically, because I lost the Redskins, if we tie, he has common victories over me.
So,
if the
so
Cowboys catch
basically
a
you have
loss-
to beat him out, and he has to. Basically,
Yeah,
RJ,
but-
the Cowboys would have to lose a game, and you would basically just have to win out.
Yeah,
That's
well,
basically
yeah,
the only
but
way.
I already won one. Cowboys still have to play two, but the Cowboys are
facts.
playing the Eagles, and the Eagles do need to
Again.
win to make the playoffs, so they will be trying hard. And
Hungry
they had a
teams
big
out
upset
there, bro.
over the Bears.
Yeah.
Very
All
hungry
right,
teams.
dude? Are we ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this AFC action.
The
bro.
AFC is crazy.
Oh,
I couldn't even. These are
holy
some
cow.
crazy scenarios. It comes down
Right.
to strength of victory. If you're one of the teams where your tiebreaker is going to be strength of victory, you're gonna have
That's
what
just
you're gonna have to
crazy.
do to figure that out is go and count the win-loss record of all the teams you beat and calculate that as a total percentage and compare that to the same win strength of victory for the teams that
that you're like tied with, which is absolutely absurd considering that actually is very likely to happen.
And some of these are pretty realistic because, okay, well let's just get to it and they'll see. So
yeah, let's run through
to
some of
start
this
with,
stuff.
the Steelers have the 1 seed. Shocker. Let's get to the
Shocker.
AFC on the stream. All right, now the first game that decides the entire landscape is going to be the Jets and Bills game. That decides whether there are 2 wild cards in play or 1 wild card in play. Jets win. They are the 2 seed. 2 wild cards in play because the Bills would be 10-6. And okay, now we have some scenarios with Polinsky and Weinstein, the 2 10-5 teams, and the Bills who would be 10-6, of course, in this
Right.
scenario where the Jets beat them. So if both Weinstein and Polinsky win, they're the wild card. That's the easy one. If
Can I say the part about my
Texans
team?
win,
Yeah.
yes, go for
so
it. Go
I'm
for
the
it.
Texans, boys. So if I win my last game, then this is the following that's going to happen. So I take my division. So then that puts Colts in the wild card hunt, which is Zach I'm.
Because
and I
the
would have
Texans
tiebreaker.
went 4-2 in the division. Right,
Yeah.
right. Texans
And
went
Zach
4-2
had
in
his
the
3-3
division. The
in the
Colts would be
division.
3-3.
Yeah, so that tiebreaker goes into my favor. God bless that that's a real thing. So if
Okay,
only
if-
Weinstein wins. Now should we go into that part? If Weinstein wins?
Yes.
So all right, let's get into it. Yeah, I'll say I got it. So the 6th seed is a tie between Polinsky and Alter at 10-6 with the potential for Rolnick and Zakheim to join them with 10-6 at the 10-6 spot. So since the Patriots have 2 wins over the Bills, and they're in the same division, Bills are first eliminated from the 4-way tie because the Patriots would have the tiebreaker immediately over the Bills, right? So between
Yeah,
the
lower ranked
Pats,
teams division are out.
exactly, yeah, in this stacked AFC. So between the Pats, the Colts, and Polinsky, which is the Ravens would have the head-to-head over the Patriots. So Poe would have over Rolnick. Colts have played neither team, so it means that they're 0-0 in head-to-head. So it's now down to the Ravens and Colts.
Just basically, the Patriots would be eliminated on just because they have a head-to-head loss, and now there's a new tie between the Ravens and the Colts.
Yeah, if everyone's 10-6, if all 4 teams are 10-6.
And if they're competing for 1 wild card spot, that's huge. Because if they're competing for 2, then one
Different
team
story.
would get up in the 5th. Yeah, we'll get to that later. That can happen.
Yeah, that could happen.
Anyways.
Very possible. Yeah. So they're both 7-5 in the AFC, the Colts and Ravens. So they're both 7-5 in the AFC, which matters. So the tie continues. So the common games.
They would both be tied 3-5, 3-5 against common opponents. Basically, the Colts and the Ravens would both have 3 of 5 against common opponents in terms of wins. So the next tiebreaker is strength of victory. Basically, as I said before, you have to just count the win percentage of the opponents you beat and compare that to the other opponent that you're tied with. Whoever has the better strength of victory wins. Now, a couple of additions. If Zakheim doesn't go 10-6, Polinsky would get in. If the Texans lose their next game, the Colts still go 10-6. The Colts would win the division. The Texans wouldn't even make the playoffs.
Right.
And the Ravens would get in because they wouldn't be tied with anyone. So the Ravens could get in if the Texans lose. So they should be rooting for the Texans to lose. I'm sorry, Jack.
It's okay. It's okay. We all
Moving
have to
on.
come down to it at some point.
If Polinsky wins and Weinstein loses, Polinsky gets the wild card spot. There's a tie between the Patriots, the Colts, the Browns, and the Bills. Again, the Bills are eliminated here because the Pats beat them twice, and they have a tied record. Browns, Pats, and Colts are tied. Pats lost to the Browns. Pats are eliminated. Colts and Browns are again both 7-5 in the conference in this scenario.
Yeah, they're just talking about whether the Browns, Pats, and Colts are there. So the Pats lost to Browns.
Pats
so
are
they're
gone.
automatic. Yeah,
and
so
now
now we're
it's
just talking
down
about
to
the
the
Browns
Colts and the Browns. So the Colts and Browns are tied at 7-5 in the AFC. And then in common victories, I won't go through it, but both of them won 2 out of 5 against common opponents. These opponents, just quickly, are the Titans, Broncos, Steelers, and Dolphins. And they both won 2 out of 5 because, so that's 40% each. So this would again come down to strength of victory between the Colts and Browns.
Which would be very interesting.
So, yeah, because Colts Ravens, Colts Browns. Same thing applies here with the Texans. If the Texans lose, Zakheim gets the division if he goes 10-6, and then Weinstein gets in for sure. I don't know who would win the strength of victory if it comes to the strength of victory, though.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Now here-
Right. Whatever, dude. If to prevent that, I'll win. Like I'll just try to prevent it. You know, like I'll just prevent the scenario. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the math. I'll prevent it. Yeah.
Here's where it gets real wacky. If both Weinstein and Polinsky lose, it's wide open because there's 2 wildcard spots. So the tie-breaking procedure kind of changes. So for the 5th seed, Polinsky is eliminated due to losing twice to the Browns, who are in the tie. Bills are eliminated due to losing twice to the Patriots. So now there's a 3-way tie for the 5th wildcard spot between Weinstein, the Patriots, and the Colts. Since the Browns beat the Pats, the Browns get in. Pats are out. I'm not exactly sure how this is calculated or if Madden does it, but it's possible because the Pats got the 5th seed. It's possible the Bills are now back in the mix. I didn't actually write that down. Let me check.
Because of the head-to-head match.
Because the Pats took the
good
5.
point, dude.
No, I'm sorry. Browns would be in spot number 1. It's possible the Ravens are back and not the Bills.
Yeah, I feel what the concept is though. It's that'd be interesting because you're saying that if someone loses head-to-head to a team, then that would eliminate them. But then if the team that they lost to head-to-head isn't in the playoff hunt, then
No, it's already got the 5th seed because I'm saying the Browns would have already succeeded the 5th seed, so it's possible that now in tiebreakers they're not eliminating the Ravens for the 6th seed. But the thing is, this spot 1 would be a tiebreaker between Browns, Colts, and Pats. So I would think Browns beat the Pats head to head. Then it would be Browns and Colts, a strength of victory for because what was the Browns' record in conference? Browns, yeah, they'd be 7-5 in this case because they took an L. It would be a strength of victory between Browns and Colts, and the winner of that would get the 5th seed, I think. And then it would reset a whole new tiebreaker for the 6th seed without the Browns. So the Ravens would be back in. But I don't know how Madden actually calculates it. So it's possible that once they're eliminated from this entire 5-way tie, they're just out. In that case, that's where the Patriots get some hope, I think. Because then it would be the Browns, Colts, and Patriots for 2 spots. Because in this case, the Bills and the Ravens would just have been eliminated by having 2 teams better at the same record in their conference with tiebreakers above them.
Yeah. By the way, credit to Rolnick, by the way, the Patriots. Dude, he was like a terror. He had a very average record for a very unaverage player. Like, he's clearly above average in this league. I guess, like, he told me that he lost a couple tight games. Credit to him, by the way, fighting back for the playoff spot. He's putting himself in a sick position. Only thing he can do is keep playing.
Now, here's where it gets crazy, though.
Credit.
If Weinstein and Polinsky both catch losses, and it was the second tiebreaker scenario I discussed, where they don't kind of reset for each wildcard spot, and once you're eliminated from the 6-way tie or 5-way tie or whatever it was, then you're out. Then the Patriots would actually have the strength of victory tiebreaker over the Colts. And if the Texans lose and the Colts get the division, then the Pats even better. But the Patriots could sneak into the 6th spot if basically Weinstein and Polinsky lose and the Jets win.
Crazy how that's the crazy part, dude. There's like 5
and this is
parts.
Yeah, it's like the Steelers in the real NFL where they're like needed like 4 things to happen, and then they just didn't win. But that could happen. So the Patriots have some hope if like 3 teams lose. Yeah, so that's basically our playoff scenario. So now, if we had to like kind of put it to most likely playoff teams, I would have to say, like, looking at these scenarios, we'll run through the NFC most likely teams first. Most likely outcome seems to be the Bears in the 1 seed, Cowboys most likely in the 2 seed, but if Eagles pull off an upset, that could be me. But Cowboys in the 2 seed, me in the 3 seed, Falcons in the 4 seed, Eagles in the 5 seed, and Panthers in the 6 seed.
Michigan's trying to sneak his way into a playoff spot. He's been floating around
Very
500
possible.
For a couple seasons right now. He's trying to make some power moves out here. He's trying to make some power moves. Now's the time to do it more than ever, though. Never count him out, dude.
Yeah, never count him out. I think Michigan has a very realistic chance to a playoff shot. Does he have to beat a tough team? Who does he have to beat?
Michigan? I mean, he had to beat Zach. I think if he beat Zach on, bro, that would have changed a lot, but I don't know.
Let's check the Panther schedule while we're on stream.
Ew. The benefit of being on stream. Holy cow, dude. That was
Saints. That's winnable.
Dude, that's winnable, dude. Isaac Aronoff.
So I would put the Panthers. I would pencil them into the 6th seed. But if the Redskins win twice, they have the advantage. Redskins could also have a winnable schedule, which I think would put them in over the Panthers. I think that's what we said.
By the way, dude, that was the
Giants Cowboys.
That was the most tiring thing I've ever done in my life. By the way, that was stressful.
What?
There. I don't even know. I was just trying to hope that, and I don't even know. That's crazy.
Going through all that.
Yeah, dude, that was whack.
Yeah, I put probably like 40 minutes into that, figuring that all out.
After this segment though, we still got more. Don't worry about it, guys. After this segment, we still got a lot more. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it might be power rankings. I'm not going to spoil it though, so I won't say whether it is for sure. It might be power rankings.
Anyways, just to finish that up, Redskins would have to beat the Cowboys, which I would love, but that would get me into the bye. But yeah, it is the Cowboys.
It'd be sick for you, not for RJ. Cowboys.
Yeah, no, that would be great for me. So, let's get into power rankings. Let's discuss rosters. What do you think of each team?
All right. What do I think of each team? So this power rankings, are we gonna be basing this solely off of how good the individual player is, or how good he is paired with his GM?
Of course not. Paired with his roster. Roster means so much. I think a lot of teams have skilled managers who just did a shitty job drafting a team.
Yeah.
And I would rank them a little lower because of that. I think some teams shot themselves in the foot with some trades mid-season. They didn't even realize they were doing it.
Think towards anyone in specific?
I am.
Let's hear it.
I am indeed.
Let's hear it.
But let's start. You can start with your power rankings. Let's hear what you have to think first. We'll go
All
through
right,
the
heading into the
rosters.
playoffs, I think
And by the
Mints.
way, this is not just playoff teams. This is any team that they could not be a playoff team. Just
Yeah,
rank them,
yeah,
rank them.
that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. So I think that to start it off, though, I think that Mints has definitely earned it the number one spot. Maybe because he knows everything in the playbook. Maybe because he has a 15-0 record. Maybe because he has a dope team. But either way, he's 15. No one beat him yet. You can't deny that, dude. Next, I think we
Running
gotta
through the
go through.
roster,
Yeah, yo, he's got a wacky
I mean,
line.
I have to agree with that. He's really pimped out Dwayne Haskins with 91 short accuracy, high 80s medium, and that's
Yeah,
without the
bro.
boosts he's probably has for
Yeah,
morale.
yo, DHJ, bro. DHJ. Good thing he's not good in real life. I'm a Giants fan, but whatever, dude. Mince is doing good with him.
Hines.
Have it be, bro. I might see Mince in the playoffs. We'll see what happens there. I think number
If you
two.
have good corners, Mintz's receivers are exploitable.
Woo.
Tight end's a little
Alright,
weak. His O line is stellar.
Stellar.
Probably the
Absolutely,
best
dude.
in the league.
He's got the nicest hair on the O line, also, bro. Look at old Jawan Taylor's beard. He had Bakhtiari had the ponytail and the beard. Then we had Travis Frederick with the beard. He has some nice facial hair on his O line, bro. I think it might be a strategy. I don't know what the
I don't know.
strategy will be. It might be a
The
strategy, though.
defense looks exploitable, though.
Matthew Ioannidis, dude. Aiden Plinsky discovered him. He created him.
Created him.
I think he did.
His
James,
roster's
dude.
pretty solid. He's got safeties on the back end. You can abuse the corners. You can abuse the
Yeah.
receivers, but he's got good schemes. All right, moving on.
Yeah. All right. I think we gotta play it fair. I think we could go with Eisner,
Really
I think-
interesting.
the defending champ, dude. He's been doing good, bro. He has Lamar. I think Lamar could do good for him. I think he has nice. I think his receivers are very nice for him. I like Will Fuller for him and Curtis Samuel, two really fast
Yeah,
dudes.
they do a great job. They do a great
Oh,
job. And
I
JJ
just-
Nelson, who's definitely his third stringer.
Yeah, facts, dude. JJ Nelson, speedy, bro. I just spilled some milk on my Mac, but like, hopefully my Mac doesn't
Ooh,
die.
rough draw.
That's a side comment for a different time.
Anyways,
yeah, dude.
O-line.
It's a nice line
He always-
also, bro. He's got crazy line.
He always complains about it. I personally think the reason he complains is because he plays guys out of position, which you're not supposed to do at line, but whatever.
Possible.
His line is good. He just complains that it sucks and always wants O-line. So
I don't know,
we'll let
dude.
him be there.
Yeah, we'll let him
The
be.
defense, though, this is where I
Look it
fault
out.
him. I would put him at number 3 in my power rankings. When we
By
get
the way,
there. Because-
Winovich, dude.
Yeah,
By the way, Winovich, I saw him in preseason in the real NFL this year. I'm telling you, I saw him. I'm like, that's the next Clay Matthews. Just
Uh-huh.
wait, guys. That's my bold prediction. I'm telling you. It has nothing to do with his looks at all. It has nothing to do with his looks. I could tell he's the next Clay Matthews. Nothing to do with his looks.
anyways, I would argue Josh Allen is better for his team because I haven't seen him get much significantly rolling out. Teams can
Yeah, by the
count
way,
that,
dude,
'cause
he hasn't been like crazy
Against
with
Eisner?
Lamar to any extent, by the way. Like Lamar's been very not out.
I would argue-
he hasn't been like a 95 overall. Let's just say it like that, you know?
I would
that's
argue
not-
Josh Allen, with the accuracy he got him to and the 99 throw power, was better for his team, especially considering he lost Jamal Adams in that trade, which to me, like, Eisner
oh, wait,
doesn't
yeah,
run.
Jamal.
I'm not going to expose people's strategies, but I just think it'll be easy to run the ball and pass the ball if you could just avoid Blake Cashman.
Him and Bowser, dude. Everyone knows it's a race. No, let's keep it moving.
It's not a race. Cashman has more picks than Bowser has sacks, so it's not a race.
Oh, okay. It's not a race, but it's definitely a race in the chat. It's a race in the chat. Let's keep it moving.
It's
I think.
a race.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I think number 3. I think I'm gonna go with my brother, cause he's been
RJ.
the Cowboys, dude.
See,
He's been
I-
making some nice moves this season. He's putting his team in a good
Agreed.
place. I think that his play style is very good against some of the top players in the league. He beats up on some teams every once in a while. Took a hard L in the in the playoffs
He
last year. to
struggles
Mayer.
occasionally.
Yeah, definitely has his bright moments, his dark moments. Well, I don't know, dude. He's very
I
consistent.
would
He's always in the playoffs. He's always making it deep.
put him at rank number 2 actually, just because
Over
I think
Eisner?
I don't. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know if he would match up well with Eisner, but I'm talking versus every other team. I think he has a better team and better roster to go up against them than Eisner does, because Eisner's defense is kind of like,
To go up
you can
against
just
Mintz.
moss a lot of guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Trubisky trade might have been a good trade for him,
Yeah.
but
He's
I
definitely
think
been
overall
upgrading,
his
though.
roster's really good.
Yeah.
I think roster considered, it's a better roster than Eisner's.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
right, number
in my
4.
opinion.
Number 4. I would go with me, but I'm not gonna talk about how great my team is. So I think.
No, please. I'll take
Alright,
it if you want to
me.
rank
I
yourself
think
there.
I'm number
Not
4
saying
then.
I agree, but I'll go through your team.
Dude, I mean, here, listen to this, dude. I got Kyler Murray. He has escape artist. He's a beast. I got Evan
Big
Ingram,
game.
90 speed. I don't even know my receiver. I got like John Ross, who's obviously tearing it up. I got Demir Bird, who's tearing it up. E Hall, who's 6'2", 94 speed. No one knows who he is. He's ridiculous. Nothing to
No
say
one
about
will
it.
ever know who he is. If we're
Yeah,
gonna
bro,
be
no
fair.
one. I got Cam Jordan. I got Harold Landry. I got some boys, dude. I got Woods at DT. There's 2 Al Woods. Or Antoine. I don't even know, dude. Just check out his profile.
Antoine Woods.
Dude, check out it. Look at his picture. Look
We're
at
on
that
it. We're on
face,
it.
dude.
We're
That
on it.
dude's a beast. Look at the
Antoine
face.
Woods. Listen, the overalls are low. The speed
Overalls
is
are
there.
low.
The mind games are there.
I have 4 right outside linebackers, boys. Don't worry about it.
If you're asking me, I'd say Jack is skilled. I am not a fan of the roster, if we're being honest. But the D line is there, so like you never know. Like if
Yeah.
you never know who he's using. If
I don't
you
use
can
that left
locate
tackle.
the
Don't
user,
worry.
if you can locate the user, I think the rest of the defense is exploitable.
We'll
But
see it. We'll see it.
not
Zeke got
have
the
him
best
at
of me
4.
today. I don't know if that's gonna be the case scenario every time, but I don't know, dude. I
okay.
think
Zeke
my
has some
destiny's
big
in
wins
my
this
hands,
season.
dude. I think I'm gonna make a playoff run.
Zeke has
That's-
some big wins this season.
Yeah.
Anyways,
by the way,
power
dude,
rankings. Number 5.
I think I'm gonna go with you. I think you have phenomenal roster. I think that you're very skilled. You have a very nice scheme. Yeah, let's see that roster, bro. Oh my gosh, Terry
Let's see
McLaurin,
it.
DK, Taylor Gabriel. Yeah, dude, you got some dudes out there. Brady, you got some dudes,
I
bro.
don't think I have a hole on the roster, like O-line, but like I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck,
Talk
what
about
can
it.
I
Talk
be?
about your team. Why is your team gonna
Listen.
be ranked top?
There's no shaming the O-line, but look at this guy, John Sullivan, a 73 center, who has what, 83 run blocking, 77 pass blocking for a
Not bad. Yo, I think your mic is on mute. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure. I don't know what just happened, but I don't. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't hear you. Jeffrey Simmons. He's an 81 overall. Demarcus Lawrence, the second or
Hello.
something.
You
Oh
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, we hear you. We hear you. I don't know what just happened.
What's
but we're
the
chilling.
last thing you heard?
I don't even. Oh, speak about your team, dude. Speak about it.
Okay. I'll run through it quick. Ed Oliver, got him at 81. He's 87. Big run stopper now. Big hole. That was my biggest hole. Linebackers, we got pass rusher. We got coverage guys. We got the best corners probably the league has ever seen. Marius Randall's a hidden gem. Keanu Neal.
You got nice corners,
pickup.
bro.
There's just
Jalen
no
and
holes on
Humphrey.
the roster. There's
Yeah.
just no holes on the roster. And I think I can out-scheme anyone.
Put the trust in you, bro. Number 6, Judah Rolnick. I think that Judah Rolnick,
Judah Rolnick.
dude, hear me
What
out,
an
bro.
interesting
Judah
call.
Rolnick. I mean, he beat me, so I might be a little bit biased out here, but dude, listen, Judah Rolnick, my guy, he has been losing tight games, which I haven't seen on stream, but I just know that every time he gets the ball in his hands, besides season 2 playoffs, he capitalizes on the opportunity. Sorry. But I think that his user
It's
skills
fair.
are just ridiculous, bro. I don't
Listen,
I don't think that
the
he
offense
has
is
the
ridiculous.
greatest team. Yeah, his receivers are ridiculous. But I
receivers,
think that
the tight end,
Orlo
the O-line
probably
is
has the best
solid.
team. Yeah, Orlo has the best team, I think.
I think my roster elevates.
Yeah, dude. You have a very nice team.
But
Vince has a very nice team. I think my team is very interesting. I think I have a lot of craftiness to it. It's called craftiness. Yeah, dude. He
listen,
gave up.
Rolik's roster is really solid actually for what he
Yeah, I
gave up
had Jabril for a little bit
for
last year.
Mahomes.
Yeah, yeah. He got
But
Mahomes, dude. Mahomes is a 99. He's the best in the
considering
business,
what he
bro.
gave up for Mahomes, his roster is still really good. I just ran
Yeah,
through
yo.
it
He
for
has
the stream,
Tyree Jackson as backup. I
you
had
know
him
what?
season 2 backup.
I'm not sure I disagree with him at 6. I might have him at 6 also.
Yeah, bro. He's so
Moving on.
fire. He's one of the best players in our league. I don't know how he loses every game, but like he's phenomenal. And he beats me, so I'm a little bit biased. Moving on.
All right.
All right, Orla, I want to hear some of your takes at this point.
Oh, you don't want to? I mean, how I would have these rankings.
I think
so far,
those are my
have,
top 6, and then I'd probably go. I think Nard Dog is up there. P-Tac.
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 Then
I think
you can run
Polinsky's
through the
up there
last ones
also.
quickly.
Polinsky,
P-Tac, so we
Weinstein,
have-
bro. It's just all the playoff. I think Zakheim could be dangerous. I don't think of
at
Zakheim
9.
as much of a contender as Polinsky, but
So rank your top 10. We're not going to go through rosters for the rest, but rank your
wait,
top
can we
10
go back to the
in
teams?
order.
Can we go back to the teams?
Yeah. Give us your top 10.
All right, here we go. I think we got Mintz, Eisner, Cowboys, me, you, Rolnick. I'd probably go. Do I want to go? I think I'd go Polinsky, honestly, before I go P-Tac. Then I go.
I would agree with that. I think we
Then I
saw
think-
that today.
I think. I don't know, dude. Weinstein's interesting. I think P-Tac could definitely be dangerous, dude. P-Tac's a dangerous guy. He has an interesting
I think
scheme.
P-Tac's probably above Weinstein, but I would go with. I think that's a very tight trio: P-Tac, Weinstein, Polinsky.
Yeah, I think Poe leads that by a little bit, though. Despite
I
his
do
loss.
too, but I think matchup wise, like some people can beat him.
And then I think,
but I think
personally,
overall,
yeah. I think personally, I think that our next set of teams it would be like Colts, Bills, and like maybe like Joey Sauce or something. The Falcons, yeah. I don't think that the
I
Panthers.
think Falcons
just
is better.
lost.
I think Falcons is better than the Bills. I think
that
I
the
think the
Colts
Bills-
are better than. I think that the Colts are probably better than the Bills. Personally,
I would agree with
listen,
that. I think
dude,
the Colts are better
Zakheim-
than the Bills. Yeah.
Zakheim, he could eat you up, dude, with his run game. He could eat you up, dude. He's a very nice
I
run
agree.
game. I think Bills
I would go.
have a very nice set of plays.
I would go Foreman, Zakheim.
Bills.
Alter.
Yeah, yo, Alter has
Yeah.
put himself in a terrible. Dude, he was 10-2. My guy was 10-2. We don't want to see him fall out of the playoffs. He's been having a sick years so far. I want to see it keep it up. So yeah,
All right.
that's
well, I'll run through my power rankings quickly.
yeah. Let's
Just to see
hear
how I
it.
rank them, and that's it. I have Mintz at 1. I have RJ at 2, just because I don't think the Bears' defense is up to par. I think someone who knows how to exploit it will exploit it. I'm not saying RJ can beat the Bears head-to-head. I don't like that matchup. But I think against Mintz, per se, I think RJ has a better shot this season, just roster-wise.
Right,
I'd have
right.
Eisner at 3. I'd have me at 4, because I just think, I'm skilled. I might not be
Yeah,
up
you're
there
good.
with
You're
some
good.
of the
You're right. You're
better
right.
guys, but I think my roster helps out. At 5,
Be honest. Doesn't have
which was a tough one for me, I'd have Polinsky at 5.
Okay.
I'd have Weinstein at 6.
Woo!
I'd have. I'm just being honest. I'd have
Be honest out
P-Tac.
here.
I'd have P-Tac at 7, and then I'd have Jack at 8, and then I would have Foreman at 9. I would have Colt at 10, and then Alter at 11. And I missed Rolnick. I'm sorry. I would stick Rolnick in above Polinsky.
Yeah, yo, Rolnick's getting some
So
love out
bump
here.
everyone else down.
Even though Rolnick's been having
I-
a tough season, he's
He's
getting
not
some
going to be in
love.
the playoffs, so you can go by my rankings before. But if he finds that way to sneak in, you know where he is, sandwiched in at 6.
Yeah, bro, he's a legit contender if he gets it. He's legit. He gets in there, bro. Whoa,
Yeah.
wait. Before we finish this up, I just wanna add the third segment. First, we started off with the playoff scenarios. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. I barely even did it. It was mostly Orlo. Orlo's a beast. Then we went to power rankings. That was pretty hype. Now, here we go. I think that we could give some credit to the most improved teams of the season. Do you have any in particular, Orla, or should I start it off at the beginning?
You can take this one. I took
All
the
right.
other ones.
All right. Personally, I think I'm gonna give some credit to Zachheim and Alter. Granted that they were playoff teams last year, I do think that they have improved their game
I
significantly. I
stepped
don't.
up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, you, Orlo. I want to give some credit to you. I don't think, but just to speak about Alter and Zachheim, I think that both of them match up a lot better than they did with the better teams this season compared to last season.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think
100%.
that yeah, dude, I think that they figured out their scheme a lot more. They they roll
And
with
I
it. They're
would say the
dope.
same. I would say the same thing about Polinsky, in the sense
Yeah, I
that he
think
ran 3 formations last year and beat a lot of teams because it was all pro. And even though he's struggling more than he did last year, this year he's completely changed up his game and learned a lot.
yeah,
So
facts
I
by
would
the way.
say that he improved. He may have like taken a step back in terms of wins, but he definitely improved his overall game.
Yeah. And so do you have anyone else that you'd like to include? Or we
Yeah,
into
I
honorable
think
mention?
Sammy Breslau deserves a shout out for taking the biggest step back. Sadly, may not even be with us next year if he loses the
Oh
relegation
no,
game.
Breslow.
But
Well, that's your
oh
honorable
no,
mention. Let me tell you my honorable mention. I would like to give an honorable mention to Sam Froman for being the MWP. Wait, what? The
what?
LIP, the least improved player. I think that Sam Froman has went from a very 500, like around 500 team this
A
season. I
seven
think he
and
was
nine.
yeah, dude, like he was middle of the pack. He was making his moves. He was telling me that he was gonna try to make a push for maybe a wild card seed this season. Oh, in like 10, and then he got his
To
Xbox taken
Dan
away.
Best getting him all his
My
wins.
guy is not having a season right now. I just wanted to give him an honorable mention. I just want to show our love and support for how terrible he has been lately. Yeah, bro. Good for him, by the way. I don't know why.
All
But
right.
whatever. Good for
Anything
him.
else?
I
Anything
think
to
we covered
add?
it all. Shout out to Joey Sauce for being a hype broadcaster.
I
That's
think that's a
unreal.
wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap, boys. Good stuff.
Looking at the schedule.
Yeah, yo,
Anything
can't believe that
big?
this
Any
actually is a
results?
reality. I can't believe that
Any
we're actually doing this.
results?
This is sick.
Carolina, Indiana. No big results. Zakim won, so he's one step closer to 10-6. Any new results? No new results. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
bro.
wrap.
Signing off.
Peace.